Good morning all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, February 11th. We are looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And basically, the theme is going to be the same in all three of these indices today, right? Pure, plain and simple, we had double distribution days yesterday. And they're all in balance on the daily. So let's start with the Russell first. Right now, the Russell, unlike the triple Qs and the SPY, are nowhere near the top of their lower distribution. So bottom line is this. For the bulls to get any traction, they need acceptance above the lower distribution, fill the single prints, and get accepted back into A's range. If you do that, you could see new highs. If you don't do that, nothing's changed. Sellers, as weak as they are basically still in control on the day time frame, and we may revisit the bottom of a 3-day balance. You have a wide POC here, good chance you will trade at that too, also in the morning. Triple Qs. Now, triple Qs and the SPY are different. They've been inside of the single prints a good part of the morning. So again, here's where the battle's being waged. They need acceptance above L's high in Qs, fill the singles, and get accepted up here. They just fill the single prints, take back the trend day, and then come back and get accepted back into the low distribution. Nothing's really changed either. You'll probably go trade at POC, and then again, the bottom of the 4-day balance becomes a destination. Remember, they either rejected the bottom of a balance or formed a new one and came back pretty strongly, but balance rules still apply. So if we're getting to the top of a balance now, well, we know the balance rules, right? I hope you do at this point. And then in the SPY and the ES, same thing. Again, you can either call it a 3-day balance or a 4-day balance. I'm using the 4-day balance. We got to the bottom, didn't go through it. Now we're attempting to go back to the top. So you're going to have balance rules applied today. Again, it's not, look, nothing's easy, nothing's simple, but for the most part, the bottom line in ES and SPY today is no acceptance above L's high, and that means even filling the single print. So if they take the trend day back but get accepted back into L's range, well, then we're in the lower distribution and you're going to see POC. And that means you might have failed at the top of a 4-day balance. If, however, you fill the singles, get acceptance into A, well then sure as heck you're going to see all new all-time highs today and take out probably the overnight high from the other day, which is our all-time high. Okay, destinations. So for the upside right now, I'm still going to count the single prints with 75 minutes to go. They start at 391.08, get filled at 37. Then we have our overnight high right now, which is 391.49. And then yesterday's all-time high, 392.28. And then 392.50, the pre-market all-time high, also from the 10th. For the downside, we have 389. Right now, our first downside destination is 389.56, 10 wide. So any rejection above L's high, you're going to see that. Then below that, we have 389.15, which is our pre-market low. 388.66, afternoon pullback low. 387.50, yesterday's low, and 387.42, 10 wide from the 5th. So what's the game plan? Okay, well, based on what we just said, if we're to open right here, now again, there's 75 minutes to go, a lot can happen. So if you're going to open right smack in the middle of these single prints, there's no trade, right? You're going to want to see who wins the battle. Do the bulls win the battle, overtake it, get acceptance into A's range here, and then start one-time framing up? Do they fill the single prints, get rejected, come back in? So right in here, there's no trade. Now, if prior to the opening, we open below L's high, somewhere between value high and L's high, I would take a put play and see if sellers defend the top of the lower distribution. And you get above L's high, you get out because odds are you're going to at least fill the single prints, and then you see what happens there. You could always get back in if it gets rejected and comes back in. So that's one put play. If we open in the next hour, smack in the middle of this mess, there's no play for me. Let them chop around. In value, in balance, they'll probably trade at POC. Now in the next hour or so, we open above A's low, higher value. You can take a call play and basically use A's low or certainly L's high as your out, like it's a gap, sort of like a gap, right? Because think about it. We're treating these as two separate days. So if you open above L's high, it's a little bit of a gap. But now inside the single prints, I don't want to do anything. But above A's low, you can take the call play and out if accepted back into L's range. And also in the next hour, if we gap higher, again, depending on the size of the gap, if it's only 50, 60 cents, I'll take a long play against A's high. Early plays. Volume right now is only 270,000 shares, so pretty light to start the morning. And then on the chart, I'll just show you the daily, because that's the important one. Nothing can change in a monthly or weekly till the daily starts making decisions. Now, something did change yesterday. We did have balance. We took out the one-time framing up. We had a chance for outside day downs and ups in all three of those indices, and we ended up with none of them, which doesn't surprise me. So again, just like I said last night, you take out the top of the balance, obviously new highs. You take out the bottom of the balance, you're going to start getting acceptance odds-wise into this balance below. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.